everybody, my name is Steven and I'm with Cannin.com. This week we're going to jump into a healthcare company, not necessarily cannabis or hemp focused, but they do digital health services, and we've had a couple of our users ask about them. Plus recently they had a huge increase in some of their stock prices. So we're going to jump over and take a look at the pricing chart and see if we can figure out why. So you can see we're looking at EWLL. This is eWellness Healthcare Corp. The United States company listed on the OTC here. Let's scroll back so you can kind of see in 2016 they had their IPO. They kind of popped. They were up around $4 or $5. They had a good end of 2018 up to $10. They were actually generating very small revenues at this point, trying to sell and license their digital health platform. Since then, tough times, right? And this stock actually went from $10 all the way down to 0.0002. So extremely low, definitely characteristic of penny stocks. And you may note the extremely high number of shares outstanding here, which is also a concern. Let's highlight some of the revenues. You'll see they're just not making any money. It's keeping the stock down. Until very recently. Let's see what happened. We just got a pop. And you'll see only until I zoom in towards the end of November does this stock actually start to come alive. We actually get 233% gains on December 7th, still bringing it up to only 0.0004, but those are huge gains if you had some of these shares, which you likely did not. So could we have predicted this? No. The fundamentals don't actually work that well. You can see the smooth moving averages. They just don't predict anything when there's such a low stock price with such low pricing. We can't even tell the difference between the smooth moving averages here for almost the entire year of 2020. The MACD is a little easier to decipher. Let me just remind you all that the signal line is orange, the MACD is blue. So we actually had a good period here in the early part of 2020, and then pretty horizontal times throughout the rest of the period. We did get some bouncing of the MACD on the signal line, and then right around the 4th of December it kind of takes off. So it gives you maybe one candle, 1 day in advance warning before this pop. But had you been seeing this picture of bounce, it wasn't predictive of actually what was going to happen in the stock price. And you can see it's come back down. The MACD is about to bounce or cross on the signal line again. So this is not a jump that was based on the technical analysis or anything to do with the pricing chart. It was a jump that had to do with the fundamental analysis. So we chose to do the fundamental analysis this weekend on this. Definitely make sure that you're signed up for those emails every Sunday. And you'll see kind of why the management agreement that was just signed, relinquishing control of the company, very likely was what drove this pricing chart up, and not actually the promise of telemedicine to do anything about COVID. So happy holiday season, everybody. Thanks for staying tuned, and thanks for learning. If you have any questions or other companies you want to look at, please leave those in the comments.